Welcome to another trade recap. We are staying consistent all year. Y'all finna get one every single week, man, no matter what happens. So, look at this, y'all. We took platinum today, and I just want to take you through my whole process of the day. So, basically, I woke up, right? And then I got to the charts, and then this nah section right here where all the pairs that were kind of buns, they didn't really have much opportunity for me, but the ones that did were right here. So I really only had to look at four pairs today. And then once a setup is about to happen, I'm only looking at one pair. So it's just a little technical analysis I do in the day or in the beginning of the day. And with this one, I realized that platinum was a good setup and that I was going with buys because as you can see, this big resistance point right here, where price ended up going all the way down, it actually broke it around like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. So from there, I realized that it's low key only up from here because like where's the next big resistance point? Like probably like right here or right here. And then boom. Let's just see. I created these two zones and I know this 15-minute zone right here, and then you got this 5-minute zone. And I was waiting for the EMAs to align, so this is exactly what I did. Waited for the EMAs to align, and we took this trade right here. We had a good what's it called? We had a good reaction. So we just go for the 1 to 1.5 actually because this ended up being a trade where we have so much room to run. So it's like we are gonna go for a 1 to 1.5. But little did you know, man, the trade lost. And I was okay with that because it's like I could have waited for it to hit this zone, but you never know if it's going to hit that zone. Anything can happen. You don't know what's going to happen. So I took my chances on that. And then later in the day, whenever this happened, I took the re entry because this, or not even a re entry, this is a whole nother trade. But I could still take two trades throughout the day. Sorry, y'all got a little distracted. It can still take two trades throughout the day. So once I take my first trade and it loses, I'm on to the next because a setup hasn't won yet. But I'm only gonna take two trades max. As you can see, this one ended up winning. So I was happy about that. I was a little scared, man. Right here, I was like, bro, what's finna happen? And then it ended up going up and winning. But anything can happen. So I was ready for whatever, man. That's why we got to keep the risk consistent. So today was basically a break even day, tiny loss day, only because when we first entered this trade, like it made me enter literally right here. And I was like, what the heck? I put in a limit order and it was for right here. And then it ended up being right there. So it would have been a break even day if that didn't happen. But overall, man, today was a good day. We're just following our trading plan, bro. And that's all we can do day in and day out. So 3-1 to start March. We'll take it. We're just gonna keep on being consistent, y'all. And after trades, I fill out this form. So this is the one I have for platinum. And I have the trade that I took in my little Discord channel. And then I go over the 5 fundamental truths of trading. So as you can actually see right here, we have the 5. Actually, let me open this one. I also look at this because this is very important with how I'm going to operate as a trader. And then I fill out this and just ponder on it and make it relate to the trade that I just took. So that is how I'm preparing for the next day on Wednesday. We do have to trade as well. So that's what we're going to be doing. And I hope y'all understood why I took this trade, mainly because of this. And then after that, we waited for it to come back into this zone. And this is where a lot of buyers are because you can see buyers ended up, you see where price ended up going up over here. And it was during our session too. So, and then you see the reaction and it closed above the 13. That's what I waited for. Boom. So yeah, good day. Good day. Y'all, I made such a little slight mistake today. And it was not because I didn't take a trade that went with my plan, but it was because I wasn't looking at every single chart. Like US 30 is clearly going down right now. And before the day started, it was up here, but then the EMA started to align, but I wasn't even checking it. I put it in, nah, like we're not trading it. But I shouldn't do that because you never know. I should have zoomed out and been like, yeah, I mean, this is still a downtrend, but it's going up right now for a sec. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is only because I slept super late, and this is why sleep is so important. This was like a one-off night within like the past few weeks because I just was honestly enjoying life, man. So look at this. US 30 clearly won right here. 3 candle trade. And I ended up taking this, which still hasn't lost yet. And it's also still in a clear downtrend. But I got out of the trade knowing that this isn't the trade that I'm supposed to take. So I'm cool with it. It was a small loss. And it's like, okay, lesson learned. I know. You know, it's like, I know, bro. It's something that is hard to avoid if you're not doing what you're supposed to do. So I kind of just had to take that to the chin and realize US 30 could have been taken at 9:15 and it should have been. And then 6E was 9:20. So this would not have been taken. US 30, yes, because we always take the first trade and then it would have won in like 6 minutes. So yeah, that was a mistake I made today. And it is what it is. We're just going to keep moving on. We're not going to get into a cycle of mistakes. We're not going to get into a cycle of losses. But I'm monitoring myself way more. And I'm going to make sure that I sleep at an adequate time tonight. So, yeah, I will see y'all on the next day. Y'all, I'm just going to post this because I know nobody's probably going to watch it. And either way, even if somebody does watch it, y'all can look back in the past one day, be like, dang, man, what the heck? So basically, this actually hurts, bro. The dude that I learned from, Doyle Exchange, he's being exposed right now for being a scammer on with trading, right? And I low key, I'm like, I can't believe my eyes, bro, because this guy actually helped me get funded. You know what I mean? And of course, I tweaked this strategy so much. Like, I'm not just trading supply and demand and breakouts. And I figured out my own things with this strategy. Like, I basically have my own strategy now. So he also, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, this guy, it was trading a demo account. It literally said demo. I don't want to get into that only because, like, I don't care about the trading space and whatever people got going on, but I know at the end of the day, I'm tracking my trades and I'm doing my best to become a successful trader, just to show up and be disciplined and have good psychology. As y'all can see, oh man, I've been going at this for a long time, but now I'm really starting to feel like I'm getting the hang of it. I think it's I don't know which one it is anymore. I had an old channel that showed my TA setups. Oh, right here. Bro, this was literally all 2025, 2024. I think you got some 2023 in here. You see how long I've been going at this, bro? This is when I was learning from Doyle, man. 2023, bro. And now it's 2026. And I'm actually feeling like I'm getting better. And I know that this stuff takes time. But it's just crazy, y'all. Like, if bro's a scammer, that's so crazy. If bro's not, I would like that would be amazing. But I will say myself that I didn't become profitable just off of his strategy. You see, I was trading his strat for a minute, just trying to learn. And the way he took his trades, I wasn't getting the same results because we're going for 1-to-1. So the risk has to be around the same every time. And 1 to 1.5 is what I figured out I could go for on some other trades. But bro, I'm trading 8 pairs now instead of 3 because I only want to take the really good setups. So I'm not even trading bro strategy at this point. I'm not even gonna say I'm trading his strategy. Like, it started with Doyle, But at the end of the day, I started doing my own thing, and this is what it is. You know, a mix of supply and demand and breakouts, and a mix of a three candle confluence thing that I also heard from a video from Doyle a long time ago, and I just decided to back test it, and it actually works out pretty well, and it adds more trades to me. So I'm just thinking like, damn, bro, is this guy really a scammer, bro? Like, I know you can't be perfect in trading, but I know you can execute well day in and day out if you just stay disciplined and get good sleep. You know, that's what I'm noticing. Like, ever since I started getting good sleep, my account is in the positive now. Now I'm not trading. I'm trading on a prop firm, but you know, once we go live and everything like that, I think I'll be able to do the same thing, bro, because I'm going to continue to work on my psychology. And this is just a wake up call to focus on my psychology even more because I know that, like, it's not that easy. It's not that easy, bro. This stuff is going to be a little stressful. But at the end of the day, with all the reps that I get in, this stuff is hard to replicate. Like, I can't believe I'm actually, like, I'm really doing this, bro. And we're really going to be successful. But, like, you know, shout out to Doyle for even giving me this opportunity to start learning trading for real. But at the end of the day, if bro is a scammer, oh my gosh, like that would just suck, bro. You know? But at the end of the day, the truth will always come to light. Stay pure, y'all. Stay genuine and just do your best. We know that trading is still possible, even if the people that you learn from are scamming. Like, trading is possible, bro. I'm not even gonna say he's a full on scammer. I don't know, bro. I'm not even gonna focus on it because, like, what does that got to do with me? I'm trading my own strategy, and if he wants, he could go make his own money, do whatever the heck, right? But I'm gonna just continue to do me. This is one thing from me to y'all. I don't plan on ever selling a course, and I definitely do, like, one day plan on having like free consultations where I can help people out. But I don't know. We'll see in the future. Um, but yeah, these trading gurus, man, they make so much money off their Discord. Like, they eating good for real. And I'm like, dang, I want to do the same thing, but I can eat off trading as well. So I do understand that, like, this is tough, bro. But I'm never gonna stop learning how to trade. This is a skill nobody can take away from you. You don't need nobody to trade. And damn. Hey, on to the next day. On Friday, March 13th, I will let y'all know if I take a trade. If not, this will just be the end of the video. So I'll see y'all. What is up, everybody? Today, we're just going to talk about the rest of the week. I don't know if I mentioned the trade that I took. Oh, it was the US 31. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I talked about that. But y'all, I think I'm just going to stop trading if I'm not going to sleep at an adequate time. Like, if I'm not asleep at, before 12 o'clock, we're just not going to trade for the day because it's so easy to make a mistake. Now, today, I didn't make a mistake, but we just took a trade that ended up losing. It is what it is, right? But it just sucks. Like, I feel like sometimes I'm not risking the same amount every time. Like, I know I could be risking around like 1,200 and it's going to be all good. And I think I need to start doing that. We're seeing progress, but with this trade, it was a zone created right at the 50. So it was a good setup, right? And all I'm looking for right here is for the next candle to touch the zone, and then I'll be able to take it, right? So it did right here, and then as you can see, it did hit a 1-to-1, right? Because we are low and we are also right, this is a zone created, like this, it just got created, so it has to go for 1-to-1. But as you can see, it literally just nicked us out, bro, and then it went down and hit, which is annoying, right? But this was our re-entry right here. This was literally our re-entry since we just got stopped out and then we lost again. So that's a double L. If you zoom out, we're clearly going down. Even this point, Like, come on, bro. We're clearly going down here. Um, it just is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not really tripping over it, but it just shows how one mistake that you make could literally mess up your whole week, especially when you're going for one to ones, right? And I know that maybe I could go for a bit more, but I also feel like I can just be disciplined. It's just because I'm like traveling a lot, and I need to make sure that when I'm traveling, I keep this same discipline. And that's like the one thing that is kind of shaking me up a little bit right now, because when I'm at home, I'm eating healthy. I'm on my grind, and I'm waking up to trade. I'm doing everything I got to do. But once I'm not home, once I'm, at my girls, or, um, you know, wherever I'm at, right? Whenever I'm in a different state, I end up messing up. So it's not whoever's fault. It's always on me. It's always on me. So I know that I need to lock in better with this stuff. Like, I went to sleep at like 3 a.m. the night where I missed that US 30 trade, and ended up getting in 6E, which actually ended up winning. But at the end of the day, I know that wasn't a trade that I was supposed to take, so I ended up getting out. Like, it was one tick away from losing, boom, and then it went all the way down and won. But as you can see, bro, I still made that mistake. Hey, it's windy out. I know these are a little flicker. It's windy out. Uh, but yeah, that's really it for the week, y'all. It was a decent week. Just a week full of little mistakes at the end of the week. I know I wasn't as locked in, and I'm very open to knowing that. I just made one mistake this week, and I know that could have. It's costly, bro. It's costly because it's like you made a mistake. Now you lost 1,000, right? But at the same time, you also missed out on making 1,000. So that's a $2,000 difference. That's the difference between your account being at 157K or 159K, where you could get that payout. So at that point, that's why I'm just like, I might as well just not trade on that day. It might be hard, but if I'm not sleeping at an adequate time, if I'm not showing up, the punishment is I'm just not gonna show up at all because I wasn't preparing right. And it's something that is actually pretty cool about trading, because if it was a sport or something, I'm still gonna have to show up. But with this, it doesn't seem as worth it. It just seems like it's setting me back. So if I'm not properly sleeping, like, we're just gonna try it out. We're gonna try it out. But if it gets to the point where I'm just not sleeping at an adequate time at all, then I'm just not gonna do it. So I'm just gonna keep on showing up. So yeah, it is what it is, y'all. I will see y'all next week. It was a hectic week, man. I'm gonna see y'all next week.